Right, little job on today. We've got the Vivaro in, suspecting the alternator might have failed on it. The vehicle cut out, completely died electrically, so there's no power inside. Bit of a burning smell. The main 500 amp fuse has blown. The vehicle got towed in. So let's see if we can fix it up and find out what's going on. If we've got to change the alternator, the bumper's got to come off, so take everything off the front. This is the 115 DCI, so it's got the Nissan engine in it. Let's crack on, see how we get on. So the first thing to note on these is the battery location, which if you come inside, it's underneath. So it's tucked away under there. So what you get, you take that cover off. You've got this metal plate then that's held in with 4 screws. Underneath there is your battery. And then beneath this cover here is where your fuses are located. Now this one here, I've been told, has blown, which is your main feed there, look, which is going into the under the bonnet. So let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. So the first thing we've got to say is the 500 amp fuse. Now this is the big sucker. This one's blown, so something big's happened. It's something pretty major. We've got a dead short, either through the alternator, the starter motor, or the wire's chafed somewhere down on its route in to the engine bay. So we'll have a good look. Let's have a look underneath, because as far as you can see here, it literally goes in and away. So yeah, let's have a delve, and we'll trace this wire back and see if we can find out what's going on with it. Disconnect it from obviously the alternator. If it loses its short, then we know that's the problem. But let's crack on. At least you know where things are, and we can see where we're up to with this. So we put the jack on the subframe and get the van in the air. Just whiz it up, put the safety lock on. All right, come and have a look down in the depths of her. Let's get underneath here and see if we can follow this wiring. Now this is this thing here is the battery box right above us, and coming out the battery box at the back there is the wiring loom in this plastic cover there, and it runs all the way up there, and right where it ends, which is the daftest thing ever, is where it's going to catch on the gearbox. So they've done the work on this piece down here, but at the top there, that's where we've got to get to. So let's have a delve and see what we can do. Right then, so I've had a good look downstairs, and if you can see down here, what you've got is the gear selector. Now all the cables from the battery, they come down through that main trunking down there. They come along to this point here where they bear, look, you can see them. I'm looking down there and I can see some heat on that wire, and what I'm thinking there is the gear selector arm has been rubbing on the bottom of that positive cable there, look, and shorted it through. So what I've managed to do is get a cable tie around this. So I'll show you down there. I've got a cable tie now going around the pipe down there to lift the wiring loom off the base. You can see that's now lifted, the wiring loom is lifted off that gear selector. But what I've got to do now is, I think the main problem is further back. It's just down there. It was catching on top of the gearbox. I've just pulled it up and it's just pinged out, and I think that's where it was rubbing through. So let's go and have a look from underneath and see if we can follow this wiring. Right, let's try and get you up here so you can actually see what's happened. Oh, I reckon we'll get you up there.
So you can see these red wires, the black wire coming up there, and the little metal bracket there which holds the gear selector cables on this side. You can now see it, there it is, look, where it's rubbed on that sharp edge and actually chafed into that wire there. Right, so I've got a bit of heater hose which I'm going to make a shield for the wire. So what I'm going to do is just cut the end off it. Just find, here we go. I just saw a bit off the end of that. And then if we just need to slice this straight down the middle, got some bigger pliers just to do that. Let's see if these will go through it. So if we just snip straight down there. Well, they ain't very good, are they? Well, they're absolute garbage, they are. My dog made the metal. Let's try these ones. Yeah, we go. It's got to be tough, otherwise it won't protect the wire. Oh yeah, beauty. Tough as old boots, that. Oh God, how tough is this? God, it's not the neatest cut I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Oh. God, I'm wrestling with it, wrestling. God, I got the right sweat on. Oh, nearly there. That's it. Right, so we've now got a split pipe. I'll wrap that round the wire, a couple of cable ties, jobs are good done. So back underneath the van again, and you can see me, I'm putting this in from the top, so I've got the camera underneath and I'm feeding that from the engine bay. It's really tight and tricky, I can only get one hand in. It's really tough from the bottom and it's tough from the top.
It's not melted into anything else.
So that wire, it's not melted into anything else, it is just broken the red sheathing on it. So if I can get this new piece of cut heater hose round it all to protect it and cable tie it up, it's all going to be okay. So I'm just pushing that over that bunch of wires, trying to force it round and slide it up. It's going on now, look, I've got it started, and I can just squeeze that last bit in, bingo. And look, that's really protecting it now, that's a really good fix. We'll get the cable tie around that to stop it coming off. Lovely. Yeah, pleased with that. That's now not going to catch on that.
There you go. You can see that now what we've done down there. We've put that pipe round, cable tied it, so it's not going to rub through anymore.
We'll get the van down off the jack. We're finished with that, and we can just tidy the last few bits upstairs.
Right, and then we just need to replace this fuse. So we've got the little box of fuses here. Let's have a look and see what we've got inside. Brown 500 amp, there it is, that's the daddy. Beautiful. I'll put a link into the fuses in the description at the end of the video. It's always handy having them. They're not that expensive, to be fair, for what you get loads in there. Right, let's get this, I tell you what we'll do, if we touch that across the tube, we'll know if it's shorting still. Nothing at all up, so that's beautiful. Right, let's get this sorted down. We'll put this new fuse in.
These fuses are called maxi fuses, they're all big. They're all big. Anything 30 amps upwards, 100 amps, 125, 150, 500. You've got a main power feed to the fuse box. You've got one to the starter motor, alternator, and they're bolted in off this rail with these 13mm nuts there.
Got me lovely little Facom ratchet. Oh, I love this ratchet. It's such a nice. It's got such a nice key on it. It's so sweet. There's one. Two. Right, let's fire it up. Right, here we go. Have we got any joy? We've got ignition. Make sure she's in neutral. Oh, sweet as a nut. Got no battery lights on. So if you're starting from scratch, this is what you're faced with. You just lift up the mat and pull that out of the way. You've then got this cover. So I've got my old faithful Milwaukee bit box and the TX30 is the size you need, and you literally just crack these off. There's 4 of them. Sometimes you'll find these have never been put down properly because they've been out that often. And this one here is seized up on the end, so we're not too fussed about that. You slide the cover across and then lift it out, and there you are. That's your battery. So let's get this back together again. We've got this little fuse cover here that just slips in there like that, and then you just push it, clip it down, and we've got his metal cover to go back in. Slide that across and just whiz them down. I ain't going to go too mad. You find a lot of the time these ain't even done up. That one's seized up, so I'm not going to do that one. We'll drop the mat back in again. Beautiful. Wouldn't even know we'd been there. I did check the charge rate on this and it was running at 14.2 volts, but I've lost the footage. Can't believe it. I couldn't press record. Oh, right, so there we go. Van's all fixed up. Sorted that out, and it just shows you. I thought originally the alternator was going to be the problem, that it was shorting out. Shows you what I know. It was that wire that had short-circuited and rubbed through on the top of the gearbox. We've put that protective sheath around it, cable tied it all, moved the wire up, clipped it up so it's not going to happen again. Time for a coffee. I'll put links in the description for the fuses on the Amazon shop, also the bit box. Well worth getting a set of them because, like I say, they've got everything in there. Stuff for Volkswagens, the Vauxhalls, everything. And these are weird, you know. You go to your smaller outlets and they sometimes don't stock them. So grab a set of these off of Amazon. Well worth the money. If any of that's been any use to you, drop me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.